Hey guys, welcome back to Deadman 1010, unfortunately. And, yeah, you've probably heard the news, and it's not particularly great news in more ways than, unfortunately, one. And that's the fact that it is pretty much official. Vince is back in the cut. A moment of silence for Triple H's WWE. Okay, that wasn't really a moment, but moving on. So, before I go off tangent and go ranty, like literal hell, I'm going to tell you how we're going to go about this. So, basically, Daredevil's with me. You can say hi, Daredevil, if you want. Don't expect Daredevil to really talk, guys, because that wasn't really his MO coming into this video. Unsurprisingly, so don't hold that against him. I wish I didn't have to talk about this, but here we are. So, gosh. Okay, so we'll be so for clarity's sake, we'll be using Kicking In with Ross's video. I will put the link to it in the description below, the original link to his video of this same dilemma in the description box below, so be on the lookout for that, obviously. And, yeah, away we go. Oh, God. Lord help me with this one.
You brush your teeth, wash your face, make sure you look presentable. You check your phone. And then you get a whole bunch of DMs. And you're wondering, why I'm getting so many DMs randomly. And then you check said DMs on Instagram. And the horror that you see, it just completely just changes your mood.
I was peed off even before I heard this news. This doesn't make me feel any better. Yeah, like Anakin Skywalker once said, guys, this is where the fun begins. Well, in this case, this is where the rant begins.
I've never heard that quote from Anakin.
Then you clearly haven't paid attention to Revenge of the Sith.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Like when he said, this is where the fun begins. Not that this isn't fun. Just bear with me for a second, guys. This is where the rant begins. I spend it on its head. Kind of like my head is right now.
Food for the day, and the day hasn't even started for you. That's how I felt this morning. I literally just made the video yesterday on Vince McMahon. There's a probable chance, a good chance he's coming back.
I didn't make a video like that, guys, because I figured that there was, there was nothing to worry about and all these other things. Well, there's a lot to worry about now. There's a whole lot. There's a basket case full. Much like Green Day's song Basket Case. Great song, but it doesn't fix any problems. That is actually quite ironic.
Maybe 10 hours, if that. It is confirmed that Vince McMahon is part of the WWE board once again.
Lord have mercy on us all.
Good God Almighty.
I don't know what we did to deserve this, but whatever.
We're going to check this article out, man. Jesus Christ. This article is brought to us by NBC, I believe NBC.
What do you believe it was, Daredevil?
I could easily tell you. It's because you like wrestling so much. You want to see what happens. And Vince is like, nah, that ain't happening.
That makes a compelling amount of sense. I'm going to leave it at that.
Also, you're going to get hit with an ad in 1 second if you hit the play button.
If I had a nickel for every time I heard that.
News.
Yeah.
I've had enough. Go on, girl.
Yeah, I know the feeling, Ad. I know the feeling. I've had enough too.
It's going to be a great one. Oh, man. Oh, Jesus. WWE confirms Vince McMahon is rejoining the board. The stock spikes. McMahon initially stepped down as CEO after an investigation found
for
that
good
he
reason.
had paid nearly $15 million to 4 women over 16 years to quiet claims of sexual misconduct.
We of course did a few videos on that last June. Check them out. I'm not gonna spoil them or say anything otherwise because I really can't be bothered. Yeah, I can't be bothered, so I'll put the link to them, guys. You can watch them at your own freaking leisure.
World Wrestling Entertainment confirmed.
Anyway, let's go through this.
That former CEO and majority shareholder Vince McMahon will be reinstated to the company's board. Oh no. The company stock
that is an oh no.
on the news of McMahon's comeback.
It's
today,
a big oh no.
We announced that the founder of WWE, Vince McMahon, will be returning to the board. WWE executives said in a Friday press release. The board confirmation follows McMahon's own announcement on Thursday that he intended to reinstate himself as executive chairman and launch an effort to sell the company. Oh my jeez, bro. He also said he would bring back former co-president Michelle Wilson and George Barrios as board of directors. The 3 current board members, Joellen Lyons Dillon, Jeffrey Speed, and Alan M. Wexler, were removed from their positions. 2 additional directors, Ignace Lahoud, what the fuck? I'm sorry if I'm messing up your name, and Manjit Singh, resigned from the board effective Friday. McMahon initially stepped down as CEO after an investigation. We already read that. Even during his leave, McMahon maintained control over the company as majority shareholder. In a November regulatory filing, WWE said McMahon can effectively exercise control over our affairs. McMahon saw a need to return to his board position as the company's faces negotiation over media rights and strategic initiatives moving forward, according to the Wall Street Journal. WWE has been spotted as a target for acquisition recently. Analysts at MKM Partners, which has a buy rating on the stock, said in a note Friday that an immediate exploration for a sale for WWE makes a lot of sense. WWE confirmed Friday it would review strategic alternatives, but said there is no assurance that this process will result in a transaction. Shares of the company are up 75% in the last 12 months. The stock trade with a market capitalization is more than $6 billion. Oh yeah. Vince, he made it very clear that he's gonna come back, and when it comes to these negotiations, if he's gonna sell and these renegotiation for media rights, he's gonna make sure that he's there to make sure that happens because he owns majority shares of the company. It's just one of those things where some people may say, "Oh,
it makes sense." Obviously, he was, and in a lot of ways still is, the owner of the company and all the rest of it, so it's unsurprising. This was probably going to happen. In a lot of ways, yeah, in a lot of ways it was ordained to happen, but anyway, say your point, Daredevil. Very funny.
Yeah, anyways, I mean...
You were on about something that made sense.
Life?
That never makes sense. What are you on about?
Oh, yeah. I was talking about, like, how it was bound for him to come back because, think about it. If WWE were to sell his company, it's technically McMahon's decision whether he wants to sell the company or not. So it was kind of fair.
Yeah, I mean, as
because if you think about it, he still owns
Yeah.
in a way.
Yeah, as long as Vince is breathing in and out, he'll get a say. That's for sure. Anyway, let's keep going.
Okay, well, he's only on the business side of it. He may end up selling WWE, which could be a good or a bad thing depending on who ends up buying it. So that's one. Two, he's still not over creative control. But let's be real here. Like I said in my last video yesterday, if Vince McMahon is on the board, doesn't board of directors, doesn't matter if he's like not actively, his active role position is, creative control. It's Vince McMahon. I'm pretty sure no one's gonna tell him, hey, you can't be back here in Gorilla. It's Vince McMahon. Like, it doesn't matter what.
Yeah, it's only a matter of time before he gets back in that gorilla, and then he becomes the gorilla of WWE.
Could you speak English?
So,
Alliterate what you mean? Because I have no idea.
so in simple terms, yeah, he's pretty much gonna be the devil again of WWE, much like with the Firefly Funhouse, where there was Devil Puppet Vince. So, yeah. So all the storylines that we've come to know and love from Triple H, who in the hell knows what's going to happen to those?
Technically, they're going to continue. I am predicting up until May, and then
Yeah.
I feel like that's when Vince is going to take control.
Yeah, like we'll be fine till WrestleMania. Like, we'll get our WrestleMania, Road to WrestleMania type thing, and it'll be better than last year's without a doubt.
The 3 pay-per-views I can say for sure under Triple H's booking that we're going to get is Rumble, Chamber, and Mania.
But but the aftermath, oh boy, it's gonna be a headache.
I mean, imagine if he doesn't want creative and he just stays to the board of directors. I mean, that'd be surprising. And then we just get Triple H. I mean, it's just a cool thought to think about.
It's got to be a better thought than what's motivating me to make this video. So,
If he just wants to be board of directors, I'm sure
yeah.
Taylor would be fine with that.
Yeah, like I'm fine with him doing that. Like, it's fine. He can do that because it makes sense.
And it also leaves Triple H to book the shows however he sees fit.
Yeah. Plus, if Vince wants to make the occasional appearance, like if he were to get inducted into the Hall of Fame, then sure, whatever. It'll be lovely to see him.
Yeah, I kind of get your outlook on it a little.
But if he ends up back in the gorilla and more to the point, the creative position,
We're doomed.
oh boy, I'm gonna be singing a different tune. I mean, granted,
The
I'm
only person, I'll say this, there's a bunch of wrestlers who were safe under Vince's booking, but I can name one right off the bat, is Cody. Cody, when he was under Vince McMahon's booking, was not that bad for Cody.
I mean, granted, he only spent like 3 months in that booking.
Yeah, but still, think about it, was under Vince's booking.
True. I guess if Vince does come back into power, then it will be really, really telling what he does with Cody Rhodes. So part of me is curious, but not curious enough to want to risk everything else.
I know with Seth and the major stars, he'll do good by, like Seth and.
Yeah, he's always done good by Seth. I mean, if it weren't for Vince, I don't think Seth would be where he is today.
Yeah, okay, continue the video.
But in that situation, being stars that we care about, like Bray, may get swept under the rug again.
I pray that's not the case. I hope.
LA Knight, I hope you enjoy being, well, a model designer or whatever his other character was. I don't know.
He was a model designer, pretty much.
I was going to call him a sex model, but that's besides the point.
Nobody like that. That's why people like LA Knight, because he's more charismatic and
Yeah, and more interesting and less. Well, he he
no.
he doesn't have to show his like he don't have to show his sexual side. He can be normal. He
Yeah,
he
that's what LA Knight's about.
he don't have to be a perv or any of those things. But
Otherwise, if you put him back in male models, yeah, nobody's gonna care. Let's be
yeah,
honest.
yeah,
Most people find the LA Knight.
yeah. PG is looking better and better, isn't it?
You gotta play the victim.
Yeah,
You
sure.
gotta stare at Ross's pa's face.
Well, I would understand if he pulled that face. But anyway, moving on. Moving on.
Position he is in the company. My man could be working as one of the janitors in the office, and he will still
Janitor
be there.
is-
He can still go to the show and be
That's-
like, hey, you know what?
Ready for whatever life throws at it. Oak furniture and sofas.
I've got to be
Feel
ready for
the
whatever
real
comes
difference.
next. Good point. It's not Christmas. Jesus Christ.
I don't like what you're doing here. Oh, wait, I gotta do it in his voice. My bad. Hey, Triple H, I just
Oh,
came back from the
Jesus.
office, and I see what you're doing with Austin Theory, and it's cute, but I think I could do better. What we need to do is find
Well,
a way to get the Money in the Bank.
we know that he can do better with Austin Theory. He gave that kid literally everything but a Hall of Fame induction, practically.
Well, the difference between Triple H's version of Theory and Vince's version of Austin Theory, Vince's version of Austin Theory made Austin Theory a joke. Triple H's version of Austin Theory made him a serious threat.
Yeah, Triple H's version, while he didn't give Austin Theory the world, he knew what Austin Theory, had, so he could actually make something out of it that
If
doesn't
I had to choose,
that doesn't seem unrealistic.
if I had to choose the selfie gimmick or the gimmick Theory has now, I'm gonna go with the gimmick he has now, via Triple H.
I mean, I liked the selfie gimmick just because of the comedic selfies, but that's about it. Everything else just came to him far too quickly. It felt like Roman Reigns all over again.
To me, that selfie gimmick, it worked for a while, but to me, it felt like cringe. That's where I feel like the new gimmick that he has actually works.
Yeah, it was definitely long overdue, and I think it's a nice change of pace, and I don't think we want to be ruining that. Ross. No!
Who's this Johnny Wrestling? Get him off my screen.
This Johnny Wrestling, he ain't that good, Oh, Jesus. I can't do a Vince voice without croaking it, apparently. There is no God.
Well, God save you.
Oh.
Perhaps,
Oh
but he's
my
not
God.
saving this,
Uzi.
unfortunately.
What's Uzi? I didn't create that. What is that? Get it off my screen.
Well, what's Uzi? But I'm sounding like Batman at this point. What if Vince is secretly Batman? Oh God.
I can totally do it. I just don't want to ruin my vocal cords where I can't talk anymore.
Oh God.
You know you can do that by like messing up your vocal cords so badly you can't speak. Because that's happened to me. Well, kinda. Like I lost my voice for a short time and then I just had to drink water or something to get it back. I bet you've lost your voice.
Oddly enough, no. My voice can be loud.
Yeah, wait until it destroys your vocal cords where you can't speak anymore.
Then I've really hit rock bloody bottom.
You're stuck on Discord. You just gotta text your message.
Oh, the agony.
Well, the suggestion, that's okay, Wings. Lego City.
The point I'm trying to make is it
Yeah.
doesn't matter what position Vince McMahon title is, as long as he's back in the company, he can literally have no problem telling Triple H or maybe.
Yeah, he can literally waltz on through and be like, do things my way, pal. You know, like, he could literally do that in literally 24 hours from now, for all we know.
Won't that hurt your voice to do that?
No, but doesn't take long to get it back to normality.
Suggesting Triple H does this. I'm sure he may even be in gorilla position, probably maybe relatively soon. You know, it's just one of those type of things where Vince, the only reason why he was away is because the board pretty much wanted him to step away until this investigation was over. Now that he's back on the board,
makes me wonder if that investigation is actually over, in all seriousness.
I don't know. I mean, it could be.
I guess Vince isn't too bothered anymore.
I mean, what do you expect? It's Vince McMahon.
Yeah.
But he's not bothered by most things in life.
Yeah. I mean, he's a 70-something-year-old man. What more does he have to be bothered about?
Bro, you try to show him, oh, you did these crimes. Vince ain't gonna care. Let's be honest.
He's gotten everything he's wanted in life. Running a company, hanging out with Trish Stratus.
To clarify, $1 billion company.
Yeah. Hanging out with Trish Stratus, which, to be completely honest, wouldn't have we all wanted to do it back then, but in all seriousness, hanging out with Trish Stratus, beating up a person with one leg, firing Hogan, and one thing leads to another at this point. Beating up his own daughter. I mean, the list goes on and on.
Technically, he did beat his, kinda.
He chokes her out with a lead pipe. I don't...
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, he also punched his son in the face. I mean,
Yeah, he also did that too.
I mean, he also wrestled his son.
I mean, at this point, they're both the same, aren't they? I mean, wrestling matches tend to start with a punch.
Punch.
Yeah. Basic move in the arsenal.
What's your...
No,
Did you see the Rollins and Theory match?
not to mention being with Sable for a time as well. And not to mention the Kiss My Ass club that he had as well.
Yeah, not to change the subject or anything, but did you see the Raw highlights?
I can't remember whether I did, actually. I'll take a look at that once I've done this. But either way, guys, you guys get my drift. It's like nothing in life has shook Vince at all. He's gotten everything he's wanted in life. Not to mention the ECW championship and, you know, wearing a do-rag for a time as well.
Don't remind me.
After the bald head syndrome.
You gotta play the clip.
But either way, examples over. Clip, rewind, well, resume.
Yeah, I can only imagine we're going to start seeing a lot more Vince-type booking situations. It may not be as much, but we definitely may see some more Vince-isms being had. Hell, we've seen some recently. Maybe he's been back there the entire time. Oh, God, no. No! Why? We were just fine. But I get it.
Everything was nice and beautiful. It was like heaven.
Well, it's
What-
Vince. You're not gonna get
what-
a happy ending. Plus, it's WWE.
Why take us away from our special place?
He's like, there is no special place.
I feel like this is gonna go from Vince to Batman to Heath Ledger's Joker, or something. I don't know. God rest his soul, by the way. But that actually makes a lot of sense. Anyway, moving on, because, well, I gotta.
When you own majority shares of the company, even though you're not there at the company, you still have major pull. And when it comes to media rights and it comes to the bottom dollar, he has the right to decide what the company does, because this is what happens when you own majority of the company's shares. So
yeah.
comment down below. Let me know how you guys feeling about this.
Yeah, Vince is never good at sharing. Sharing was never caring in his dictionary.
How you guys feeling? Are you guys like concerned that the show may dip in more quality, or are you guys kind of excited that Vince McMahon is back? I know there's some of you guys want Vince McMahon back, or you kind of indifferent. Like, let me know how y'all feel about certain things when it comes to Vince being back on the board. Do you think he's just only going to strictly maintain the day duties, the office duties on the board side of things, or do you think he's gonna get involved back on what we see on television? Let me know down below. I appreciate all love and support you guys showing on the channel. Roll to 100.
I've got a different idea, guys. Instead of commenting all those things, comment something else. Like say hi, or like how are you, or like or what's your New Year's resolutions, because I really don't want to talk about this. But I digress either way, because, well, opinions are where it's at, and, well, I gotta at least have it be topical to the video having said that. So in that situation being... do comment down below if you want on what you think of of this dilemma of Vince coming back. If you don't want to, I would firmly understand. If you want to comment something else, then feel free to. Personally, that would make my day better. But needless to say, if you want to comment down below your opinions on it and etc., you have more than every right to do so. So, do that at your own leisure. And yeah. Like, comment, subscribe, share these videos. If we could get up to 200 likes, that would be great. And, yeah. Ciao, guys.
Watch you in your sleep.